How strong is Sajin Komamura? For some reason, he's always thrown into battle with Aizen, and I think this has led to many people underestimating his strength. However, both his offensive and defensive capabilities are 100%, with general intelligence level comparable to Itsugaya. He was so skilled at hiding his spiritual pressure that even Kaname Tosen, who excelled in Reikaku, couldn't properly discern his location at first, and has the ability to communicate with animals. But most impressive of all are his physical attributes. Although it was at less than a third of its power, he could survive a Hado number 90 from Aizen, and was still able to recover enough to stand up later, and could maintain enough consciousness to engage in a conversation with Tosen. He easily brushed off a punch which could send him flying across the city. He caught a punch from Choneng Po and could throw his gigantic body, despite Po being comparable in size to Kokujo Tengen Myo. He could immediately counterattack against Aizen after getting his hand severed and his torso slashed. All that after getting his chest and torso area caved in by Tosen's Los Nueve Aspectos. So I hope you guys are beginning to understand how much of a physical monster Sajin Komamura is. His Shikai Tenken can manifest parts of the Bankai, such as the arms or sword and so on, while his Bankai summons the giant itself.
Bankai! Kokujo Tengen Myo!
The armor which covers this giant is life itself, and inside it is nothing but Komamura's pure power manifested as spiritual pressure. Komamura's Reiatsu manifests as the very force which drives this Bankai, as he explained to Bambieta that the spiritual pressure stuffed inside the armor is his actual strength, his actual power. With this Bankai, he could engage in a short exchange with Resurrection Tosen. The anime also made Sajin's scaling much better, but the manga would be the original source. Although Tosen, who defeated Komamura, was considered a better replacement for the Karakura town Espada alongside Gin. This was a consideration made by Aizen himself. In the Thousand Year Blood War arc, after undergoing Jin Kano Jutsu or humanification, he stripped the armor or life from Kokujo Tengen Myo, creating Dangai Joe, which happens to be a Reiatsu construct, exposing the very core of his incredible might. And since he cast his life aside, he became immortal for the duration of this form. Whenever his Bankai suffered any harm, it underwent instant regeneration. Even against attacks which can turn Reiatsu into bombs, which means that Dangai Joe can also resist durability negation, and had enough agility and speed to leap in the air in pursuit of Bambieta Basturbine. Its sword strike being so fast that it could drive the bombs into Bambieta before she could deflect them, demonstrating the incredible speed which Sajin can manifest in this form. Defeating Bambieta was a much more impressive feat than many people think, as she was not only portrayed as a leader of the Bambis, but also seemed to have the greatest destructive power among them. Even Gazelle showed respect to Bambieta's power, alluding to the monstrous power she must possess in her Volstandic form. The same Gazelle who was stronger than Menina's Makayon, the same Meninas who could perform better against post-royal Palace Byakuya than even Robert Akitron. Komamura being able to defeat the de facto leader of the Bambis, and the speed of his sword being greater than the rate at which she can deflect Reishi, makes Komamura's Dangai Joe all the more impressive.